Well, I tell you what, guys, we've had nothing but excitement here, have we? And we're going to have a little bit more today as we go back to Tecmo Grey Cup and look for that elusive first win. Let's see if we can do it this time around. Not that many games left here in our adventure. Let me turn the sound for the actual game on here. There we go. So there's not that many games left here in our season, so we'll do the best that we can with what we have left. We've got 1, 2, so 2 in this week, and then 3, or a third one week 16, a fourth one in week 17. So it's just going to be a little while longer. Oh, and look who came back. Devontae Dedmon decides to come back from the hospital after being out for a couple of days, which means that we got to go back through and we got to get everything set up again for him. Of course, it doesn't let me put him right in the lineup right away, so we've got to go back and get everything done again. Doesn't really matter because they end up with the coin flip anyway. So it's going to take a little while for us to get back to Dedmon. We're going to try for a long kickoff here. And let's see what we can do. I guess I could have gone for an onside kickoff, but I don't really want to do that. We keep giving up points when we do stuff like that. Actually, no, see, we can't do anything to change any personnel or anything like that. So I'll just go over here and change something. So somebody was asking, you know, what happens if I use one of these inside linebackers here on defense? Well, I guess that time we apparently end up getting a fumble recovery, but usually it doesn't quite work out all that well for us. Oh, you can see Dedmon's already in there as a returner. That's exactly what we want to see. Let's see if we can score early here and get things off to a good start. And well, he gets us a couple yards there. That was something. Saskatchewan, of course, have a really good team. That's part of the problem. As you can see, they're just sort of running all past us. So we're going to kick the field goal here. We're not going to screw around too much. And we make it. We have a 3-0 lead just like that. So good job, Lewis Ward, and he's going to kick off once again. And let's see if we can get a little bit more of that, get a couple more of these fumble forces and try to make something happen. So I was going to talk about how it doesn't work so well when you use the inside linebacker, and it worked the first time around, so maybe I was wrong. Let's see what happens here if we use Mr. Knox again. Well, okay, that wasn't too negative. So we'll keep doing what we can see. See, this guy right there, Pickett, is actually our best defender. Or we can just sort of like sit back and let that happen, and we force a punt. How about that? So against all the odds, we're actually playing pretty well here in the early going. Let's see if we can figure out a way to not screw this one up. This is, of course, everybody's favorite Tecmo Super Bowl save here on YouTube. Everybody likes watching this one, because you never know what's going to happen. For example, you might make a mistake like that. Now it's 2nd and 11. I didn't even look to see if he was open, and it doesn't really matter anyway. We could punt, but real men don't punt. Oh, come on. Jump, yes, and he makes the catch. First down. Oh, yeah. Boy, Saskatchewan, though, they have an absolutely crazy defense. Every time I turn around, we've got somebody trying to sack me. Hey, you can't catch me. All right, here we go. So, hey, we might score again. Wouldn't that be something? Oh, he was wide open for a second. And then they found him. So 2nd and 10 now. Ah, shoot. Wrong guy. And it's happened again. It keeps happening. I keep having that awful dream, that awful nightmare where I throw an interception into the end zone. And it's usually followed by something like this. Somebody was asking if I'm using a juiced mod. This is the Tecmo Super Bowl, or I'm sorry, Tecmo Grey Cup mod. I'm not aware of any others that exist. All right, so hey, we made something happen. Maybe Knox isn't that bad after all. I'm not aware of any other mods that exist, so this is kind of what you see is what you get. I think we forced a punt. No, they're going to actually try with the field goal. This is a long field goal. All right, we'll see what happens. they barely doink it in. So 3-3 now. Yeah, no, the reason why this is difficult is not necessarily just because the mod is juiced. And you can see obviously that it is. I mean, especially the defenders, they can run really, really fast. The reason why this is difficult is because Ottawa is not a great team. And it's not so much the offense that struggles as much as the defense. This is a team that has nothing happening defensively. That's what makes this really difficult. Don't tackle me, don't tackle me. Yep. All right, let's see if we can do a few more of those short passes and we can gain a couple yards and make something happen there. Yep, look at that fight off that tackle to get that first down. All right, this is a little bit more like it. Let's see if we can gain a few more yards. Brown didn't run too poorly there. He seems to be running a little bit faster now. Beginning of this season, we couldn't get anything out of him. And how about that? We've made it through the first quarter without being behind by like 21 points. So that's pretty good. We have right under 100 yards. No, we do have 100 yards of total offense. They only have 41 from basically one play. I mean, did you see how fast that linebacker ran? I mean, there's just no way we're not going to be able to run against these guys unless we can figure out a way to block him. This was a bad pass. All right, let's see if we can do one of these on our own as well. Let's see. This should be a little bit easier, I think, but that wasn't really centered right. And it barely ends up getting through. So 6-3 now. We have the lead again. I am worried it's going to be one of those games. Problem that we have is all they have to do is call like basically one running play and they've got a touchdown. Or run back the kickoff. That works as well. Alright, we're going to bite on this. There we go. People have told me that they're upset with me for lurching, but sometimes you just gotta lurch when nothing else is working. Hey, that worked though. All right, well, so far so good. The defense has held through. Now, I think I mentioned this in an earlier video. Normally, I would be showing you, you know, all of the cool things that are happening in terms of like individual stats and stuff. The last time I tried to do that, the game glitched out on me, so we're gonna stay away from that. We don't want this game to totally like fall apart and break. I thought he was open for a second. I didn't see that well. Yeah, that was a bad decision. I don't know if you saw that there at the end of the play. My guy got totally knocked for a loop. At least we put pressure on him. I'm worried that they're going to call a run here. Ah, shoot. Now, we bid too hard on that. But we did force the fumble, so that ends up being a good thing for us in the end. And the music has stopped. How about that? You ever see that happen before in Tecmo Super Bowl? Music completely stopped because of that fumble. It's almost like they were trying to honor us or something like that, you know. We're finally doing something well, so the music's going to stop and everybody's going to be silent and pay attention to what's going on. So I think the key to running against this team is to wait for them to try to plug in those gaps and then go into the space that they just vacated. Oh man, they left him wide open. Oh, catch the ball, baby. Alright, I think we have to go for one of these. I think we have to take the points whenever we can. Ah, shoot, this is too far down. This is not going to be good. Ha! I think that says all you need to know about our season. Oh man, he's wide open, of course. So, like I was saying, the reason why you want to grab hold of your best defender instead of grabbing just the dude in the back is because otherwise stuff like that happens sometimes. So this guy's actually the fastest defender. It doesn't matter anyway. At least we had them played, had them guarded correctly. But yeah, we're behind once again. Now, the nice thing about playing this particular form of Tecmo Super Bowl is that there's no expectation that we'll win, which means we can kind of, relax and have a relaxing game of getting creamed in Tecmo Super Bowl. It's a little bit easier on us than expecting to win every single time around. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. I'm telling you, Deadman is a great running back. I was trying to do something a little different with that play to try to avoid those defenders, but it just didn't happen. These guys are so fast. Yeah, there was nowhere to go there. Yeah, we're not going to punt. Real men don't punt. Oh yes, come on. See, what did I tell you? There's no need to punt. Why would you ever punt in this game? Always go for it. Oh, why am I running? We only have 40 seconds left. Why am I running the ball? One of you guys down there is open, I think. Oh man, that's the third interception we've thrown this half. At least we sacked him. Wow, it took 3 guys to take him down. How about that? So it's what, about 130, 135 yards total offense for us. Not doing as well as we did in the first quarter. Yeah, 3 interceptions just like that. Oh, it looks like we had the boring halftime show. It's been a while since we've seen this one. All right, here we go. 14 more minutes of this. I forgot that there were defenders up there too. That's all right. At least we got some yardage out of that. 2nd and 4. Shoot, I wanted to go way back up and it just wasn't enough time. Yeah. Man, I tell you. Every single time we've had one of those plays where the pass recipient has been double teamed, we've ended up throwing interception. But every time they have it, they get a completion. So if you had any thoughts that we might be able to be competitive in this game, I think those have gone away by now. Probably should have punted it, I guess, but there's no fun in punting on 3rd down. That was that little up-down trick. Sometimes that works. Sometimes if you just go vertically instead of going diagonally, it'll confuse the defenders. All right. Well, you talk about, 4 yards in a cloud of dust. We had to really, really fight for any yardage there. So if you're playing this game, you're playing against Saskatchewan, I really think that the trick is to try to see if you can't sort of fake out the linebackers that are really, really fast, to whatever extent possible. And sometimes you just have to take, right there, you had to take, whatever yards they're going to give you because, oh, barely caught that one, because there was nobody open. Oh, yes. Oh, man. Come on, baby. Oh, man. So that's the 4th time that we've given up a interception. And I swear almost every one of those interceptions have come when we were just about to score. Alright, use this guy instead. And see, that's what happens. Yeah, when we're there to intercept it, we end up just sort of giving up yards. I think they're going to run here. So the thing that is hard, I think, to see here is that when they run like that, it's not just this team, it's almost every team in the league. When they run, if I try to defend it correctly, chances are really, really good that there's going to be a guy like a tight end or somebody who comes in and blocks me anyway. So I'm in like the right place, I've defended it right, and it doesn't matter. All right, I think they're going to run again. Nope, end up passing. So like that right there, right? Of course, it's not an interception. It ends up just being an incomplete pass. It's just our luck. All right, 20-6. This is a closer game than it probably should be. I think Saskatchewan are one of actually the best teams in the league. They definitely have one of the best defenses we've played, that's for sure. This is not easy. All right. Oh, yeah. All right, so now the question here is, so what do we do? Do we kick deep or do we try for the onside? I think we probably have enough time to just kick it deep. Assuming we make this extra point, and we don't. That was awful. That's pathetic. I have to start being a little bit more careful with those extra point attempts. I thought we might have a chance there with that fumble, but it was not to be. We've thrown 4 interceptions. It's only the beginning of the 4th quarter. They have thrown 0. Ah, shoot. No, he didn't make it. Ah. We need to do replay review on that one. I think the spot was bad. This guy's just gonna, he's just gonna call quarterback sneaks the whole time, isn't he? Yep. Well, that'll show him. All right, so we forced another punt. There is a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. Now, how am I supposed to return that? There's just nowhere to go. I couldn't go down low because everything was blocked up, so I tried to go high instead, and there's just no way. Alright, well this is probably our last chance of this game. And we beat the blitz. I think we got the first. We did. So if you play against Saskatchewan, you need to pass. Passing is the most effective way to play against this team. Every time I run, like, nothing happens. But don't throw a pass like that. Alright, I think we can make it. Alright, so that worked. I mean, the thing is that we're down by 8, so we can't just, like, you know, eat up yardage and eat up time like this. We've got to, you know, get downfield. We've got to score. But we'll take it. Always take whatever they give you. And don't do that. Don't run into the defender. That was pretty dumb. Yeah, that was a bad decision. Alright, we have to take it. All right, down by 5, so it's going to be another close one. We're probably not going to recover this, I think. No. All right, I think they're going to run. Yeah, they do, and I'm way out of position. Fortunately, we didn't give up anything crazy. Oh, no, no, no. That's the ball game. Goodbye. A little bit of luck, maybe a few, like fewer interceptions, and we would have had this game. We might still be able to make kind of a ball game out of it, but there's just not enough time. I mean, by the time we actually have the ball, it's going to be less than 2 minutes left, and we have a long way to go. I think that's the furthest into that music we've gotten yet. How about that? All right, so that means that we're down by 5 again. Still within striking distance. Timed that one right, but went straight to their player. And I don't know if you can see that there, but their guy is so much faster. The guy who received that is so much faster than any of our players that we just didn't have a chance. And so yeah, they got a key block on me again, and that's going to lead to a touchdown. This has been an exciting fourth quarter, but it hasn't really been that exciting. No lead changes. All right, well, here we go again. The last desperate return. We run past all of the bodies that are, you know, I mean, I swear this field looks like a freaking war zone. Well, I don't even know if it's possible to score a touchdown. I mean, you've got to go 110 yards. Anyways, so much for that. We end up not counting the returns. We end up with almost 400 yards offense. Again, we lead them in first downs, and we lose this time by 12. And so that's the end of that. So we're going to go back here. We're just going to... this is not what I wanted to do. I think we have to auto skip to week 15. Then we do this. Yeah, that's what we want to do to get to the next game. And I'll show you the standings here so we can take a look at them and marvel at how poor our team is doing. So over in the West, yes, Saskatchewan, who we just played, are 12-4 and are by and large the best team. Into the East is Montreal at 13-2. We're at 0-15. But there's still a couple games left, so we still could win something. You never know. And you better tune in next time to find out. Anyways, there you have it. I thought that we played pretty well, despite the fact that we lost again. But, you know, that's what makes this fun. I'll talk with you again tomorrow. Bye.